All right, y'all. Here's Tammy's new kitchen. When we put this space together, we really didn't have much of anything. I mean, but we had some old shelves, table, chairs, anything we could put together to put a kitchen together. And it kind of served its purpose for quite a while. Tammy was able to do what she wanted to do, her canning and her cooking, but as time went on, we kind of realized that we could do better with it. So we started moving everything out, and we found all the junk that was all piled up in the back and in the corners. And every time we turned around, there'd be like 2 or 3 other things that we found that we didn't even know that we had. So after we started getting this all cleared out, we started taking a look at what we had, and then we wanted to try to put together something that would last us for a long time, that we would never have to go back and redo. This was going to be it. This is going to be the final chapter in the rest of the days of our lives in Tammy's outdoor kitchen. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to kind of explain a little bit as we go on how this all came together. And so sit back, relax, and let me tell you the story. So as we moved on to getting this, I guess, cook shed emptied out, I mean, just watching me try to pull that out, oh my goodness, you just don't know. That thing was heavy as all. And Tammy did her best to kind of help me figure out how to get it all moved around. Once we got some room to start working, we went and got our first load of wood. I got OSB 7/16. I got 1/2-inch plywood for the shelves, OSBs for the walls. And we decided on that because the OSB was like less than $10 a sheet. And we figured that with the way things were, that the texture on the OSB was going to work out magnificently. Okay, so I got a mess of 2x2s. I got me some 2x4s. I figured we'd use the 2x2s and mount them to the OSB. But as you can see here, I got a little excited and started putting the OSB up. And we talked about this a little bit later, and I figured with, me and Tammy kind of both agreed that, hey, maybe it would be better if we started painting all this wood before we put it up. But just used deck screws. I just measured, cut, put everything in, 48 inches on center. I didn't have a 2x4, put one there. But it looks like it's going to come out good. We figured we'd do the one side first, and then I told Tammy we'd take the other side and move it over on the side that we finished after we got it together. But that actually didn't turn out to be a good idea. It would have been better to just empty the whole thing out. Okay, so anyway, we lined up all the 2x4s and did kind of like a mass production. You could paint 2 or 3 2x4s. And here we were thinking we was going to put up 2x4, and paint each one individually. But this kind of worked out really good. We just painted one side, let it dry for a little bit, flip it sideways, roll on some more paint, and just like 1, 2, 3, 4 until we was all done. And Tammy's sister Miranda came over to help us paint. But we had the same idea for all the OSB. So we took all the plywood and all the OSB. Oh yeah, check out her shoes. That's what I was trying to get on the video. I wasn't trying to get her sweeping the plywood. I wanted to show you her shoes. Whoever goes to work out in the middle of the deep woods in North Florida and shoes like that is, I don't know. But anyway, so Tammy and Miranda went to painting on the plywood and the OSB. Look at her go. She just puts that paint on there and just slops it around. Look at that. No method to her madness. Okay, it just goes everywhere. I have never seen anyone paint like that before in my entire life. Everybody always has a pattern that they use when they paint. At least in my book. I mean, even Tammy, I mean, she's going sideways now, but at least she's going back and forth sideways and not going crisscross. So anyway, we got all the OSB and the plywood painted. And while they were out there doing that, I decided to go ahead and start getting the 2x2s mounted to the walls. This is what's going to support all the shelves. Okay, I mean, I had a little bit of a hard time trying to figure out about how to get this to work. Now this area right here, that's the counter, above the counter, and I had to try to figure out how to suspend those shelves. So what I did is I put I scabbed in some 2x4s in the rafters, and then I hung 2x4s down so that I could have that to support the 2x2s. Okay, and so I didn't have all the OSB in, so when we got down there to that corner, I had to kind of improvise, and I just put some short sections in there. But that worked out. That did pretty good. I took the 8 foot that I would have had to finish the wall, and then I put a couple feet there in that corner. And, you know, of course, I just used a level. Most of this was put together just by line of sight and a level. Once I got the measurements and I got the shelves all spaced out, you know, it just started all kind of fitting together. But I was kind of excited right here with the 2x2s up. And you can see how I got that suspended. I just, you know, got the plywood and started screwing the plywood down. We had the shelves. I was a little anxious. You know, I thought it was really going to go a whole lot faster than it did. Anyway, there is our yard. Okay, and Tammy had taken plastic and covered everything up. Here Tammy is getting the other side and starting to get it ready to be all cleared. I was talking to her. She was not a happy camper. She really did not want to do this. She didn't expect it to be as difficult as it was. That's her spice rack. You know, I had measured inside. You'll see it hanging right there. I had measured that space after I had gotten those shelves up, and it actually fit right there. So she took it outside and she cleaned it up, and then I placed it. Right there is the where the countertop's going to be. And so right here, I'm getting ready. You know, we got more OSB in. We got the other shelves out. We got the other side emptied. You didn't get to see that part of it, but that's okay. And we took I took 2x2s with a level. Now, basically, I didn't measure anything here. All along that back wall was all based on level off of the measurements that I had off of the other wall. And I'm going to tell you, these 2x2s are not straight. They're warped and curved, and every time you put a screw in, you had to make sure that the level was level. See, I'm even going back after I put that in there. See, yeah, look at that. I had to lift it up. So as we progress, you can see back there in the corner, you know, where the shelves are going to dip down below the where the countertop is going to be. I just put some 2x2s in there. Those are going to be there to overlap the plywood. Okay, so I got the next set of shelves. I started getting those in place. I got the 2x4s, and of course, there we go, using the level. Make sure everything is going to be level. Tammy is the ultimate. It's got to be level queen. Now right there, the 2x2 doesn't go all the way. What I did is I cut some short 2x2 blocks and I screwed those in vertically on the back. And so the 2x4, the 2x2s that I have to meet up with, each one of them rests on that block. Now when I get to the other side, I use 2x2s to kind of get the 2x4s in place. And then of course, once I got all the 2x2s in, everything started just going together, and kind of looks like I put that shelf in there twice. Okay, and so anywhere, oh yeah, trying to get them long sheets of plywood in after you have all those shelves up like that, and the 2x4s, there was no way to kind of wiggle those in. So when I figured that part of it out, I started dropping the shelving from the top. Now here I ripped a sheet of plywood down about 2.5 inches. I've got I've got to cover the 2x4. I got to cover a 1/2 inch sheet of plywood, and then I wanted the lip on the top of the shelf so that nothing would just kind of like accidentally fall or whatever. And after I got all the trimming cut and put on, I went and I got a palm sander, and I just started sanding all the rough edges, where the rips were, where there was some fraying, where the screw holes were, and the wood was just kind of like, rough. Now, I wasn't really worried about this being cabinet grade type building, okay? I just really wanted to get a sound, solid structure. I used deck screws. You can see right here where I did the sanding, on the holes. All right, I kind of just leveled all that out. And then, well, I guess there's more sanding going on right there. Okay, we should have some paint caulking coming up. All right, here we go. See all those holes where the screws went in? I did all that sanding. I took painter's caulk. I filled all those in. And then of course I, got me a wet rag after I smoothed everything out with my fingers and wiped that all out. I caulked all the edges where the trim met the 2x4 because it wasn't perfect. It was all rough cut, marked, skill saw. Come on, get it. All right, there you go. Like I said, I smoothed all that out with my fingers. Then after I got all that taken care of, and I went around the whole room and did that before we moved on. Actually, Miranda came over. I said, hey, Miranda, you want to do some of this painting for me? But there, you know, the wet rag. And one of the last things I had to do after I got everything all screwed and put together was I put an end cap on the end of the shelf where the shelves all terminated right there. And right where I'm standing is, you know, right where the pot racks are going to go. Okay, so after we got all that caulked, Miranda started in with the painting. Of course, you know, Miranda likes to boss me around. And so she made me do some painting. So there we go. I'm not afraid to do any painting. And I just wanted to show her I'm not afraid to work. Okay, at the time she asked me for something to do, I just got something better to do. Anyway, so that's how we do it. We just use kind of the rollers and then the brushes. And once we got everything coated and everything dried for like a day or two, Tammy started loading the shelves. And she was kind of at a loss. She really didn't know where to put something, how to put it in there. And Miranda really is the kind of super organizer. Tammy's the sanguine of the family, and Miranda's more of the melancholy kind when she needs to be. But there you go. That's where they ended up, and there's Tammy's kitchen.